Hey there, rock stars. We're super excited for you to be joining us tonight. We're going to see if I can get this off, and it's not working. Of course, it wouldn't be working. I can't see anything right now, but that's okay. We're excited that you're joining us tonight for the Teacher Blab Show. Another week for us to get together and chat about some hot topics going on in education, as well as have a little fun each week. So let me go ahead and get the girls on here. We have Miss Julie and Miss Misty and the ever fabulous Rochelle. Rochelle, you're in the dark, literally, like you're being backlit. I'm like, we see this silhouette of Rochelle. Bless her heart. All right, hi ladies, how are y'all?
Hey, good. I am great.
Are you doing good?
Yeah, just a moving classroom, you know. Never.
I know. Misty, you have some amazing new information to share. You are not going to be teaching first grade anymore.
No,
after how
12 years of first grade.
12 years, Michelle. So much better. Love it.
Yeah, love it. I've been offered a few times to move up, but I love it. I love first grade, but something told me. I did tech camp a couple years ago, and I like the older ones. You know, get a little not sarcastic with them, but you know, you can joke with them. And it just happened. She called me up and talked me into it. It was kind of sad to leave my team, but I'm still going to see them. So I'm excited.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm excited for you. I know that they originally had asked you to maybe move to 5th grade. Is that what I remember? And you were like, absolutely not.
No, that's too big of a jump.
Yeah. I can feel you on that one. I remember when I taught, the year I taught 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade all in the same year, because I taught ELA for all 4 grade levels. Ooh. And I remember thinking, I will never again. I'm like 4th grade, 3rd grade, they were like 2nd grade. I thought, my opinion was that they were lazy because it's kind of a transition year. It's a lot of repeating 1st grade and just preparing for 3rd grade. 3rd grade was like deer in the headlights because it's the first year they take tests. Yeah. And 3rd grade, all the girls' hormones get catty.
Yes.
And then 5th grade is when all the boys' hormones kick in. And I was like, nope, I'm going to stay down in 1st grade. But I did like being able to do a little bit more with them, though, because they were older and they could do some stuff. So that'll be really, really cool.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Congratulations. So to our viewers, really quickly, if you are joining us on Facebook or YouTube, we are live on both tonight. We're super excited about the ability to do that. Leave us a comment down in the chat and let us know where you're tuning in from. We can see which platform you're on, but let us know what grade level you teach, where you're tuning in from tonight. And so we have Shirai. Shirai is in the house. Okay. Love it. And we're just excited to be back with y'all this week. We have got a hot topic that we want to talk about. And for those of you, I do want to kind of go ahead and do a shout out to my dear friend Greg and Kayla and Principal Brooks. They just finished. In fact, their live event just ended. They just finished an Uplifting Education Live. So be sure and jump over to Kindergarten Sport and check that out, because I do know that it was a fabulous, fabulous thing. And I think they had a live conference that they were going to be doing that they normally do to get together to do a live. Were unable to do it, so they decided to do a virtual little get together and hang out. So I'm super excited for them. So if you get a chance after this is over, don't go now, obviously, but if you get a chance after this over, go watch the replay, because I'm sure I caught a little bit of it, and what I caught was awesome and fabulous. So again, thank you for joining us here. Throughout the broadcast, we are going to be sharing our opinions. We're all for opinionated because we are teachers, and we're going to be sharing our opinions with you, and we want you to share your opinions with us about our topics. So let's just jump in to our hot topic this week. And no, I have not gotten the sound effect or anything else. Wait a second. Let's see if I got the sound effect down. Did it go? Did you hear it? It worked. Anyway, we'll have a big graphic that goes across at some point, but I've been working on it. So our hot topic is this: teachers on TikTok. Teachers on TikTok. OMG. This is like taking the teacher world by storm. And are y'all familiar? Let me just ask a question, and to the viewers, are y'all on TikTok? Not necessarily if you're putting your own videos, but do you even go and watch these videos?
I don't, and you know why? Because I'm gonna get addicted, just like I did Periscope. I'm gonna want to keep on going on it. So no, I don't have an account. I don't look on it. I see someone like they post them on Facebook. They kind of share them, but no, because I can't start that. But they're cute.
What about you, Rochelle?
I have it and I watch it, but I don't post.
But you don't post. Okay. So Rochelle, so Misty hasn't even been on there. What about you, Julie?
I haven't been on it. The only ones I've seen are people on like Instagram that'll post their TikToks on Instagram. I've seen that, but I don't have it.
So what about, so Shirai says that she's not on TikTok, and Shirai, we saw I see your hot topic suggestion. I'll definitely make sure I write that down so we can maybe do that. So Shirai says, oh, not Shirai, Kelly says, it's the time suck. If I get on, it's hours of my life I can't get back. Shirai says, I see them if they're on other platforms. Awesome. Okay. But she also said, I kept trying to click on the Lord. She says, I'm not on TikTok. So let me ask you a question, Rochelle. What are some of the ones that you've seen, or did anything come to mind that has been made you go, that's a little weird? As a teacher, we know that there's weird ones just in general on TikTok. And for those of you, I guess first preface this to our viewers, because some people may not know what TikTok is.
It's Vine.
It's Vine. I mean, I don't know if you remember Vine back in the day, but when Vine came out, I thought Vine was stupid too, but that's essentially what TikTok is. And I remember when I saw TikTok come out, there were these videos, and it was the Mad Hatter and Alice in Wonderland side by side was the Facebook ad, and they were like singing to each other and doing something. And I thought, what is this and what is the purpose? I just don't get it. I mean, like, why would somebody do that to do a 15-second or 1-minute video? So, having said that, now to my question to Rochelle, have you seen anything that has made you go, this is weird?
I personally don't follow teachers on TikTok.
Is there a reason?
I mean, I know teachers that do it, and props to them, but when I'm on TikTok, I'm learning to get away from what's stressing me out, and so I just personally don't watch teachers. So I watch whatever's suggested to me because it starts to build your, like, what they think you want to watch based on the stuff that you're putting hearts on that you like. And now I'm learning that I like the dumbest stuff because the stuff that's showing up now is based on what I've watched and what I've loved. And I do have a trend. My mom knows my trend of what I like.
I saw those.
Carol Baskin.
Those are the ones I do like watching.
Yeah.
So what the teachers do y'all even know? See, I don't even know what teachers
do
when they get on there.
They do sound effects ones, or it's about school and grading, and it's poking fun at being a teacher.
Okay.
And that's just, I mean, yeah, it's funny, but when I go on, I'm looking to giggle at other things. I already laugh at my life as a teacher, so outside of school, I'm not necessarily interested in laughing as a teacher, because those exact teacher ones on I was going to call it Vine, those on TikTok, honestly, they're already plastered against my Facebook and my Instagram anyway, because they repost them. So I see them there, so I just don't like them on TikTok. Sorry to the teachers that do it, but I watch the silly ones that warp the screen and you have to try and draw a cat when the screen's warped. I've done that. I just didn't post it. It's hysterical. But I did that.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I might. Oh no, I'm not checking it out. I'm not.
Oh, I'll pull up the picture of the end result of that one while you're talking.
There you go. And you know, to be honest with you, when TikTok first came out, and I obviously, you know, for business purposes, follow a lot of people. Oh, that's so funny.
I drew that.
I'm not going to talk about what that cat looks like it's had. That cat needs to go to the vet for some surgery. That's all I'm going to say. For business purposes, oh, that's hilarious. For business
That's what I want.
I follow a lot of social media gurus that really kind of jumped on the bandwagon about using TikTok for your business. And I kind of went in and I was like, oh, and at the time, now mind you, this was probably maybe 6 to 9 months ago. And I jumped on TikTok and I honestly did not see that many teachers on there. So I really did not see the value in using it for business with regard to my niche, because I was like, I don't see a lot of teachers, because they were really talking about how you could use it to do videos of your business and behind the scenes, and to really, and I thought, I still see how this is going to work. So, and I was watching the other stuff. It seemed to me that it was this very young audience, and it's kids. Now, I say that because if you remember, Instagram, first of all, there was Vine. Let's talk about this. First, well, let's go back even further than that. First, there was Facebook.
MySpace.
No,
MySpace. MySpace.
Okay, well, first place is MySpace. So let's talk about Facebook. So Facebook was created by some college students and was really meant for a younger generation to have a place to come in, and it's rivaled MySpace. And there's a cool documentary on, I want to say it's on Netflix, about the whole MySpace and Facebook and what happened, why MySpace kind of died, and so there's a whole cool some stuff I never knew. I don't want to get into that right now, but so Facebook, and then everybody started getting on. Everybody started getting on Facebook. And so the younger kids said, well, this isn't what we intended. We didn't intend for our grandparents to be on here.
Yeah.
So we're going to go over here. We're going to create something else. So they went and created Vine. So then there was Vine. And Vine was kind of their area to post stupid videos and comment on each other's stuff and do this, whatever. And then all of a sudden, Vine crashed, went away, went bankrupt, whatever happened to Vine. Yeah, I know Rochelle's like, rest in peace. And then they went and created Instagram. Now, Instagram was originally created by the young crowd, the young ones that wanted a place to be able to share photos and comment on each other's photos and stuff. And then what happens? All of us old people come in.
They
get
on
Instagram and take over Instagram. And so TikTok was, I think it was intended, this younger audience to come in and create another place for them to be. It seems like every time the younger generation creates a social media platform, the older generations come in and kind of join in, and then they're figure out some way to use it for business. And the younger generation goes, dang it, we just want a place to be stupid.
Exactly.
So I worry that teachers jumping on TikTok and the ones that I have seen that were questionable, I worry about it blurring the lines between teacher and student. So I've seen questionable ones. I mean, I've seen some. What are your thoughts? Those of you in the comments, if you've seen some TikToks that teachers have done. I mean, I've seen some where they've done dances with their students, or they've done. And they're posting their students on TikTok, which I don't necessarily think that is a dangerous, slippery slope. So, what are your thoughts? I'm going to read the chat real quick.
Oh yeah, Kelly just said something.
I think it could be questionable, depending on how it's done and what's done with it.
Now this is a good idea, Kelly. I like that idea. Using it to make a private video, because the video making tools are really cool. Don't get me wrong, but I worry about posting them online. And while y'all are talking, so just what are your thoughts? Brief thoughts before we get into our main topic tonight. I just worry about it.
I have a teacher at my school that for the talent show, the kids got up on the talent show and they did all these, like, the most popular TikTok dances. And all of a sudden, like halfway through, she ran up on stage and she's doing the TikTok dances with the kids, which kind of tells me like it had to have been scripted, because she knew exactly when to run in. She knew what dances were next. So it's like, when did you find time to practice these dances with these kids? I was questioning. I mean, it could have been at recess where she just decided to take her 15-minute prep period or whatever and go out there and, get some rapport with the kids. And, I do that from time to time as well, just to like get a relationship with them. So she could have done that. I just thought it was strange that like it was our primary show and she ran up on stage and did that. And my coworker next to me, she's like, where do these dances even come from? And she doesn't watch TikTok. So I knew all the dances that they were doing because I watch it. Mm-hmm. And I sadly know some of them because I'm like a closet TikTok dancer, but I don't.
You go start, girl. Get it.
But I don't know. I feel like that's fine if you want to do that and you want to do it during like your prep period, like recess or something. But I feel like maybe after school, like spending time doing TikToks seemed kind of strange if that's the case. I don't know the situation though. So.
Well, I think that some of the ones that have been very, very, like I said, some of the ones that have been controversial to me are not the ones like, and you're not going to be able to hear sound, but like our wonderful Principal Jerry, Brooks, who is already doing funny videos like on Facebook and things like that.
Yeah.
It's the ones where the students are involved and it's the teacher with the student and it's like, or the students, and it's like, okay, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I guess
it's a safe platform.
You go to TikTok and you type in teachers of TikTok, which that wasn't even a thing back when I looked at it when it first came out.
Oh,
there's a teachers of TikTok, and I'm scrolling through this, and I can tell you that not a single one of these people looks over the age, except for Principal Brooks, looks over the age of 27.
So I'm trying to think about because I don't want to go look. So you got to tell me so I can visualize it. Because if I go, it's gonna be bad.
It's bad.
To me,
it's bad.
These are millennials. Right. To me, these are millennials. Huh?
Okay. Is it a hashtag like you said, TikTok for teachers, whatever?
No, just in the search bar. If you just type in teachers of TikTok.
So there's a search button. I can't go. So
I know. I'm telling you, you will go down a rabbit hole. And you will see.
It's so sick how much time you lose on this app. It truly is.
I got
the
videos. I can't do it.
The videos are short, but then you swipe and it's the next video and the next video, and then pretty soon it's been 2 hours, and you're like, but the videos are only 15 seconds long.
Well, yes, exactly. True. It happens. So, okay. So now that we've given you all some, toilet material to go, like watch while you're sitting on the toilet during this quarantine, I'm just curious because it's something that is really kind of, it's people, the teachers are on it. They weren't on it. I was like, it's obviously meant for entertainment. It's not meant for any other purpose. It's not like educational or anything like that. I just worry about them doing it, with their students, because I've seen several that teachers are like dancing with their students and doing stuff. And I worry about that, especially because, and take it from somebody who has filmed in their classroom, who has filmed their students, who has posted their students online. I guarantee you that they're not all going through the steps that are needed in order to make sure that you are protected and you have permission. And for those that might be watching this on the replay and say, oh, well, I don't think your parents knew. Oh, trust me, my parents knew every platform. They knew that I had a business. They knew that it was going to be used they knew everything. And it was because for legal reasons it needed to happen. And I doubt very seriously these teachers that are doing that on TikTok are going through all the necessary legal steps to make sure that their teacher, that they can legally post their students on there. So just a word of caution to those that might be thinking about doing it. I get a kick out of watching some of them, but again, like I said, I'm not going to say never, but you probably won't see me on there doing any TikToks. Just not going to do them.
So tutorials. Oh, I know we can't have time.
I will say this, a shout out to one of my dear friends, the magical teacher. She does a lot of TikToks, and she has been doing some that she'll do the TikToks, and then her students are like, because they're at home, will see her TikToks. Now her students aren't in her TikTok. She's just doing TikToks that are funny. A lot of hers are Disney things where she's singing the songs back and forth or whatever. And her students will see them, and then her students will do the side by side with her, but they're doing it at home with a parent, and then they're posting it. And it's that those are really cute. So yeah. I think they're cute. So, but anyway, all right. So, Misty, do not go to TikTok. You're gonna go down.
Okay, I can't. Look, now I was like, I gotta go check it out. Like when Randy just said there's tutorial. What is it?
Oh, there are tutorials.
How do you learn these dance moves?
You will go down.
I'm gonna bring it back. Look, we're gonna bring it back.
Misty, you and I are too old for TikTok. Just gonna say that.
I got some moves. Come on now. Oh, okay.
Oh, well, that was our hot topic. But our main topic tonight that we are going to be chatting about is these new CDC guidelines that just came out about going back to school and opening schools again. And so pull up a seat, grab your favorite beverage, and let's kind of dive into those, because I said it last week. I said it the week before. I don't think we're going back to school in August. And everybody was like, stop it, bite your tongue. It was right on the cusp of Misty finding out she wasn't going back this year. So she was already super sad about that. But I honestly don't believe we're going to go back in the fall. I think it's probably going to be spring before we go back. We're still going to be doing distance learning. But CDC has put out guidelines. Have you seen them? Have you seen them? Let us know in the comments. Have you seen them, Julie?
I have not seen what these new guidelines are.
What about you, Misty?
Yeah, the 6 feet with the desk apart and the eating inside the classroom. I don't know if did it say mask for kids or no?
Masks for everybody.
I put it on at the store, and after 5 minutes, I can't breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I feel like I can't breathe. So I cannot even believe. I mean, when you have 25 in a classroom, I promise you, I can't even put a foot away. That's how tight we are.
I can't imagine trying to spread the desks 6 feet apart. I don't have that much room in my classroom for the kids I have right now.
We're going to be 10
For real. For real. And what happens to small group instruction? What?
Yeah.
I mean, do we even bring our kids to our table to do small?
And how are you going to teach phonics with a mask over your face?
One right here.
Stop the presses. Stop the presses. I got to give a shout out because somebody's here. My sweet, sweet friend, Miss Jen, is here. Hello, Miss Jen from Tech with Jen. I love it. I love Miss Jen. So yeah, 6 feet apart. This is crazy. Crazy. Where are we going to put them all?
I mean, do they think we're teaching in gymnasiums?
And then it said no recess. I saw Brandy put on there. Okay, they can't get outside.
No recess? Oh, hell no.
No recess.
Oh, hell no.
No lunch in the cafeteria.
Right.
I've done that before.
Wearing masks. And then it was. So they're recommending that they wash their hands before coming into the classroom. They wash their hands before going out of the classroom. They wash their hands that they have access to. If they touch something or if they touch a desk, and then before they touch another surface, they wash it. Can you imagine with first graders? What do you do? What do you do as a teacher if you get sneezed on? Because you know what's going to happen.
I have to go and disinfect myself by washing my hands because Johnny just sneezed on me.
No, you can't wash your hands. You got to go take a shower. I have to leave the classroom and drive home because I need a shower because Johnny sneezed on me.
And then you don't know what they're doing.
No, it's not.
I can't go in the boys' bathroom and check. I mean, are they doing? And if they doing, they might. They not. Are they really, really watching the 10 to 20 seconds? I mean, come on.
And I'm seeing comments about smaller. They'd have to dramatically reduce the class sizes. I have a class of 14 kids. Last year, I had a class of 12.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't have even put them 6 feet apart because of the sizes of the classrooms where I teach.
Right.
You'd have to put 5 kids in your room and put 4 of them in the corners and 1 of them in the middle.
And the rest of them outside.
Exactly right. You're
They
exactly
would
right.
we were trying to recreate a die, one in the middle. There you go, bam.
And then they were saying certain times of the day certain students go and the different days. But what if you have more than one kid? Those parents cannot bring, my youngest one's going at this day. And my other
No.
can't do that.
Uh-uh. I mean, there's no way.
It's not, yeah.
Listen, our audience is like, yeah, and I love this from Kim. She says retirement is looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, who wants to retire?
Retirement, but not only that, I really sat and started thinking. I'm in a group of teachers that have left the classroom to run our own businesses, and or retired, and we were talking about if they do this. There's going to be a shortage of teachers because like you said, Julie, what are they going to do? Put us in the gym? I think we're going to see classes of larger size. My largest class size I ever had was 30 kids. There's no way I could have put them 6 feet apart and had all 30 in one room. But you split that into 2 groups of 15, I might been able to spread them out far enough. But that's going to require another teacher or a sub or somebody to be teaching that other group. There are other things that I've heard is doing morning and afternoon groups where you have one group, half the class comes in the morning, half the class comes in the afternoon. I've also heard doing it where you have AB days. So you have half the class comes on Monday, Wednesday, half the class comes on Tuesday, Thursday, and then Friday is an e-learning day. I think all of these ideas, I'm just like, this is ridiculous. This is crazy. And my personal opinion is, I think it would make more sense to stick with the distance learning, but let's get some structure in place as to what that's going to look like. And I think that because kids in classrooms 6 feet apart, the eating in your classroom instead of the cafeteria, listen, the argument I've heard against that is that what about teachers not getting duty-free lunches? And I'm like, you'll get your duty-free lunch. Somebody will come in and watch your kids.
Don't have duty-free lunches half the time.
Well, what about if you don't have duty-free lunch? And then I've heard, for the 6 feet apart, but then wearing a mask all day. Can you imagine keeping masks on first graders?
No.
And
I hate it.
And not to mention that so much of like our younger grades, kinder, first, and even second grade, there's so much that we need to be able to see when they're reading, when they're learning to read. We need to be able to see their mouth when they're doing things. I just don't see it being feasible. So
no.
They can give us those clear ones that fog up and you can't see through them, but you can't take them off to wipe them. So what are you going to do? Okay, we're going to start phonics. And like lick the fog away because you can't touch your face. So you just lick to like wipe the fog. Okay, now watch my mouth, but you can't see theirs. I mean, it'll limit the nose picking. So there's that.
It's just not if we do it that way. Absolutely not. And then,
so if there's any year to move up to 3rd grade, Misty.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I don't know. We still got nose pickers up here on this end too.
But they're a little bit older, and I'm like, hey, go get your Kleenex over there.
And they don't try to hide it at this point. They're just like,
they don't hide it in 1st grade.
Oh no!
Now, here's a thought. What about if our teachers were able to be in the classroom and teach virtually? So if teachers could at least be in their classroom with their supplies and what they need to teach. Rochelle has set up a makeshift classroom right there behind her because she had to bring all that stuff home. But I can imagine it would be a lot easier as a teacher to do virtual teaching if you had everything at the ready where you could get to.
Agreed. Like my Promethean board and interactive everything. And I could even set like a Nearpod. There's things that we could do. Some types of interactive things. That's better than staying here and doing it.
Yeah, one of the reasons that we are loving being able to broadcast live to both Facebook and YouTube and with the platform that we're broadcasting with is we can actually let you come on and share your opinion. So we're going to try this. The ladies did not know I was going to do this tonight, but I'm going to drop a link. Let me tell you how this is going to work. Now this link will only work for this broadcast, that is why we can do this. And when you click the link, it is going to pull up. The ladies have had to use this, so I'm not quite sure exactly what's going to happen, but I think it's going to bring you into the room. You might have to name yourself, and then you're going to be down in the bottom. You won't just jump up on live. I have to actually approve you. So that's why we chose this platform, because it was safe for us to be able to do this, and no crazy people were going to be jumping on, although we're all teachers and we're all tired and we're all stressed. So we might be a little crazy anyway. But here is the link. If you would like to come join us on camera and give us your opinion, there is the link. So all you have to do is click it. I'll see you pop down at the bottom. That'll let me know that you want to join us here and give your opinion. Come chat with us. But let's look at our comments. So Brandy says, I can't even keep my door locked. Oh, don't get me started on what all of this is going to mean for school safety if we're having to go through all of this stuff.
Oh, that's what it said?
I hadn't thought about that.
Whole nother issue, because if you have got kids that are not in their classrooms, they are spread out all over the place because we've got to maintain social distancing. What happens if we are in a situation where we need lockdown? I think it will be a nightmare. And I'm already hearing from from friends that teach in larger districts. I'm already hearing from them that their districts are already starting to put things in place to not go back in the fall, because they're like, we don't want to be caught with our pants down.
Yeah.
If we go back, great, but we're going to plan as if we're not. And that way, because I mean, teachers have been going into their classrooms in the fall, for ages. So if they do go back, it's okay, hey, you get back in. But if they don't go back, they want to make sure that they have a plan and procedure in place for that. So
that'd be nice. Let's see.
Shirai says, I have about 15 of my students on Google Classroom, but only 14 are active. I had a total of 16 this year. That's another thing. I think there's so many different platforms out there.
Yeah.
That there's going to have to be some sort of standard. I mean, I know teachers that are in districts that are in the same school. They're using different platforms.
That's kind of the way ours are.
But we're in Microsoft, so Teams can't be used with kids. So we would have to do Google, but we don't have Chromebook, so it's you have to figure it out.
You have WebEx Teams?
You
have WebEx Teams?
We have Teams, but the kids. I'm sorry.
You can use meetings.
Yeah, they won't. I'm sorry, you kind of shouldn't. Can we use it as meetings? Yeah, but we can do it as teacher meetings, but we can't use it with the kids.
Oh, because we have WebEx Teams for the teachers, and then we use WebEx meetings for the kids.
Yeah, they said no.
We've got some interference with Rochelle's feed. We're not sure why. You're cutting out real bad, Rochelle. Not sure why it's cutting out. So somebody said, Kim says, I teach 3rd and 4th, and 20% come to live, and one child turns in assignments on Google Classroom. I'm telling you, there are multiple ways to do this. I don't like Microsoft Teams. I just started looking into Microsoft Teams. I got to be honest with you.
It's because for Zoom, we were trying it before we got rid of, you could see everyone. Well, with Teams, it's only 4 at a time. If you talk, you pop up, another person goes down. Well, when you're dealing with first graders, and that's also with Blackboard Collaborate, they all want to see each other. I mean, they don't understand that. You have to wait your turn. So it's hard for them. And we all need to see each other, and it's not available through that. So that's difficult. Now, Google Classroom, I don't even know, is it something y'all can visually see each other? And I know y'all send assignments, but y'all can.
Google Classroom has Google Meets, which is Google Hangout.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
you can use that. I would assume, I mean, if I was teaching virtually with a classroom full of first graders, I would feel more comfortable using something like Google Classroom or Seesaw. I gotta be honest with you. Now that I've jumped into Seesaw and learned Seesaw, that is what I love that platform. The only reason I like Google Class, I think I would end up having to use a combination of the two, to be honest with you. Because I do like the Google apps and being able to use assign and grade and do stuff like that. So I don't know. I'd have to find a hybrid between the two of them. And what are you using, Rochelle? You were cutting out, so I couldn't hear what you said.
Is it better?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I couldn't hear what you were saying. Yeah. Much better.
We're forced into WebEx meetings for kids. WebEx Teams for teachers, meetings for kids.
Okay, that's what she said. Okay, I got you.
So Jen says they're using Google Meet and Seesaw. So I could see where you could use Seesaw as your main classroom platform, and then you could use Google Meet for the visual, the face-to-face portion of it. I could totally see that. So that, yeah. And then Kelly says we use Google Hangouts for Meet. You can Brady Bunch it with an extension.
That's a verb, Brady Bunch it. I love it.
Oh.
You can Brady Bunch it with an extension. I love that. I love that. That's a good tip. So those of you that are using Google Meet that just were like, I can only see 4 of my kids at a time, I love that you can Brady Bunch it. That's a verb now.
I know. So is that the extension? Because like they have Peer Deck extensions. They have a lot of different. Kelly, do you mind sharing that?
We have Miss Robin who wants to jump on here with us. So we're going to pull Robin up into the stream with an extension.
Pig.
You're going to be our guinea pig. I love it. Hello, Miss Robin. How are you?
I'm good. So here's my issue.
So is that the extension?
So I have 52 kids this year, which is
Do you have the show playing in the background?
Yeah, somebody has it on.
Is that better?
Yeah, there we go. We can hear ourselves,
Sorry,
but
I
not
was trying
along.
to figure it out on my end. Sorry. Here's my issue. So we are 1-to-1 in my school district. So every child has a Chromebook. 5 through 12, they get to take them home daily. 4 and under, 4th grade and under, they're kept at school in the teacher's classroom. So for this distance learning, we allowed the students to check them out. And our district provided hotspots to our economically disadvantaged families. So we were very fortunate in that aspect. But out of 52 students, I have 30 that are working diligently daily or so forth, getting stuff done and staying caught up. But the issue has been the parents are telling us they have no one to watch their students during the day to do the work. So they're doing it at night. So my issue with if we don't go back in the fall is what's going to happen to all these parents that are going to work every day? Where are the kids going to do the work? The daycares are not going to be the follow through to do the work with them. So even if we did go live during the day and teach, where are the kids?
We'd have to record it.
Yeah,
That's what I do now.
I hear what you're saying, and it's quite possible, Robin, that's where the split days as well as the AB days and the home learning on Friday. But even with those options that I've heard thrown out there, what happens when your students, it's not their day to go to school? I mean, where are they going to be? That kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, businesses are already starting to open now.
Open back up.
People are going back to work now. Yeah. And I was always thinking if we do a half a day, I won't have enough minutes to meet the required. So it would have to be, that's hard in the AB.
Well, and I think because they're talking they're talking no specials, they're talking no recess. I think you're going to see those music teachers and PE teachers being pulled to teach core subjects so that they can split classes up. I think you're going to see a lot of subs being brought in, possibly a lot of districts reaching out to retired teachers from their district to see if they're willing to come in and work on, on temporary contract. I mean, a lot of that's going to be so up in the air. And I know, for example, in Texas, if you're a retired teacher and you have officially retired, and you're drawing retirement, you can't go back into a classroom like that and still drawing retirement. So I think it'll be interesting to see. Oh, and Kim has a good point. She said,
yeah,
yeah. So Robin, I'm curious, have you heard anything from your district as to what the plan is for next year? Can Robin hear us?
and
I'm getting feedback between the two.
Are you getting feedback? So can you hear me now, Robin?
Just get up, maybe get off the Facebook, or which one are you on, an app or speaking to us, or on a computer?
She's probably in a tab for this, and then she's watching the Facebook Live.
On the same device. Okay.
Yeah, probably. So let us know if those of you that are in the chat, if is that better, Robin?
Yes.
Okay. So Robin, what have you heard, if anything, from your district about what to plan for next year?
Nothing. We're still trying to figure out the end of this year, because they are actually collecting Chromebooks 2 weeks before school ends. And so then our distance learning has to be, we still have to provide remote learning for 2 more weeks, and they're trying to figure out how to get that done. So with us, what my team is planning is stuff we already had planned out for after spring break that we already had copies run for. We're just going to send that home and then send all their books home and tell parents, do the best you can. I mean, at this point, we're kind of at that. I mean, a lot of our parents have given up as now anyway, because when they sent out grading guidelines and they said no grades would be held against them, a lot of them said, well, what's the point? My own child quit at that point. I had to force him to do work, and he's in 8th grade. I shouldn't have had to do that with him, and it was only for the teachers he disliked. If he liked the teacher, he did the work.
Of course.
I mean, my biggest thing with this is that we need to finish this year before we can plan for next year, but we still need to plan for next year because that's the nature of the beast with teachers.
Yeah. Well, and I know a really good friend of mine, she actually teaches in a, Kim has a question really quickly. Where do you all teach? So Rochelle, you are in?
I'm in Arizona, 1st grade.
Me, myself, and Julie, and I know my friend Brandy, they're in Louisiana.
Yeah. And then I'm no longer in the classroom. I teach online virtually to kids in China. I do ASL now, but I left the classroom after 20 years. And then Robin, where are you teaching?
Texas.
In Texas. And going back to what Robin was saying about planning this year, finishing this year before planning for next year, I've got a very dear friend of mine that teaches in North Carolina that she teaches at a year-round school.
Oh,
and so they get different breaks. They're like on 6 weeks, off 2 weeks, and then they get a longer break other places and stuff. When this all happened and they went to virtual learning and distance learning, they switched to a traditional school year, like 3 days before she was supposed to go on her longest break. So, which meant that she did not get her break. They're supposed to start their school year. The new school year starts mid-July. So they're going to finish at the end of June, like the traditional school districts, and then 2 weeks later start their new school year. So they're like, OMG, what's going on? So it'll be really interesting to see what happens all over the country. I think that I think the public schools versus the private schools versus, and then you've got schools like my old school in Houston that, they are just rocking and rolling, teaching kids all day virtually.
I was telling someone, I said, I know somebody they are straight up just have a break. They teach, they have a break. We do packets and also like a digital home learning where there's like links. So they have the packets, or they can do the digital learning. And I know Brandy does that as well. I don't know. It's not really a Louisiana thing, but it might be a district thing.
Yeah.
It'll be two kids have done nothing the entire 6 weeks. Nothing at all. Can't get on. They have nothing at home. So their parents are not, and they're not communicating. So what can we do?
Yeah, it's we can't make them,
Right.
For those of us feeling bad about a couple of kids not doing stuff, bless her heart, Jen. She's like, I just record it because I usually only have 3 out of the 22 kids show up.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
It's all we can.
It's all you can do. It's all you can do. Robin, thank you so much for jumping on here with us. She was our guinea pig. We love it. Those of you, we'll see you in the chat. Thank you so much, Robin. And again, when we meet every week, whatever our topic is, we are working hard to try to get that out early in the week. It's yet to happen. That's on me. And so you can be prepared if you want to jump on with us and chat and share your opinions about things. We definitely want to have you. And we're looking forward to possibly getting some guests on here. I know that, there's one in the chat that will possibly be on to talk about some things as we go through this. Oh my goodness, guys, it's going to look very different. I hope that we don't end up in classrooms with kids wearing the pool noodles on their head to maintain 6 feet.
I know, like they where's that in China? They have the thing. You think they're gonna wear that all day? That has to be heavy.
I mean, can you imagine a kindergartner with that? I need to go to the potty, and I have to clean up my head, and I can't get through the door.
And then it falls in the toilet. I mean, it could be.
In kindergarten, let's face it, the entire month of August, kindergarten is basically in the bathroom or in the line outside the bathroom because they take that many bathroom breaks. They're in the bathroom or the hallway next to the bathroom longer than they're actually in the classroom.
Yes, that is true. That is true. And I think, we already know that testing and requirements were thrown out the window for pretty much all states, as far as I think. And, thrown out the window this year. I am hoping that they know that this needs to happen probably next year as well, because especially if we are not back on our normal, if things are not normal. And then there's those people that are in the camp of, we just need to open the country, get back out there and, let this thing run its course and everybody build up their immunity. And I'm like,
Well, I saw
in the middle.
How many?
Yeah, I saw on Instagram earlier today. I think it's iHeart third grade. They're in Canada, and they said starting on Monday, their elementary schools are being required to open back up. Staff and teachers have to be there. They said that they did make the comment that like student attendance was optional. But the government has told them all elementary schools, you have to open up, you have to be there. And if kids come for the next 3 or 4 weeks.
Everyone, we are going to have to go up there after ours is lifted and weekend the 15th. We're going to have to start going.
We haven't been told that. We're actually at my little private school. We as teachers are doing our teacher checkouts the week before. So that there won't be anybody on campus as far as kids goes, because there's a possibility that some of the kids may be at school the week before and the week after dropping off packets. We've arranged for our kids to come to school in small groups to clean out like their lockers and get their personal belongings and things like that. But even if the order is lifted, we won't be going back as faculty.
We aren't for the rest of this school year.
Kelly, we talked about that. I'm glad she put that about Kelly, how they're overwhelmed. We talked about that the last, I think, Blab show, right? About how mentally these kids were worried about that their mental health. They're
we are worried. We are worried about it. And I think connecting with our students, with your students is very, very important. I know that these kids, some parents hadn't told their kids they weren't going back this year. When these poor kindergartners come back next year and they're like, wait a minute, I didn't get to finish kindergarten, and it's going to be a weird time. But teachers are resilient. That's one thing we keep saying. We always say is teachers are resilient. We always bounce back. We are opinionated and we will let you know what we think, but we've always managed to somehow make it happen, which is awesome. So I know everybody's stressed, everybody's worried about what's going on. And I do agree with Robin in the sense of let's get through the rest of this year and then look forward to next year. So now I want to know, what are everybody's plans for the summer? So what has everybody got planned when school's over? Are you just going to like veg and drink Bonk's wine all summer? Because all of the live in-person professional development that we've all had planned for the summer is no longer happening. So what are everybody's plans for the summer? Misty, what are you doing this summer?
Y'all know what I'm doing this summer. I'm gonna be over there on 5 minutes away at my school.
Because getting ready for third grade. That's true.
Yeah, because first of all, the other person hasn't moved out yet, so I have to wait. So I'll have to move twice. So I have my items in 3 different rooms right now. Then I have to move again to my real room. Yeah, and it's just
That'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Yeah, and then just the curriculum is brand new. So, and our in-service, we're gonna have ours during the summer or school. Right before school you have it, but we're gonna have them over the summer or in-service days. And I don't know, it's my 20th anniversary, so hopefully we could do something if the casino is open.
Oh, casino.
I know I love casinos. So.
Listen, we were driving back from Alabama. We were trying to get back to Texas, and we came through Arkansas. And where we came through, there was a casino. And as we drove through, it was like a ghost town. There wasn't a car or a light. I was like, oh my, this is crazy. So I hope everybody takes some time to just relax and figure things out. It's gonna be crazy, and we're gonna see what happens. I hope that opening up this soon. Is everybody comfortable with everything opening up and ready?
Not really.
I'm not either. I don't understand movie theaters, but I can't go get my hair cut. Don't understand that one. Or I also don't understand why I can go to the movies, but I can't let somebody give me a pedicure. They're at my feet, for crying out loud.
Entertainment doesn't have to follow the same rules. The entertainment industry has their own rules.
They have their own rules. So
I know that firsthand, that entertainment has its own rules because I worked for a theater.
Oh man,
I worked way past working curfews for Arizona. Had working curfews for teens, and my theater, the chain of theaters that I worked at, we worked until 2 a.m, got home, went to sleep, and then had to go to school the next morning at 7:30.
Oh no.
Yep.
Entertainment has a different set of rules.
They do. Kelly says, not comfortable, but getting my gray covered next week. I tell you what, it's been really awesome. My hairdresser here has been selling to go. She pre-mixes everything and puts it into containers, and then she shot videos for us to go get on YouTube. She gave us her customers links to go on YouTube so that our spouses could watch and learn how to color our hair. So everything was pre-mixed so that we could color our hair. So that's been really fabulous.
Wow.
I haven't done it because I'm like, I just let it grow out. I'm letting it grow out. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just,
I cut my own hair, baby. It didn't look good right now, but I Googled that sucker and I layered my hair. I cut my husband's hair, all YouTube.
That's what I'm gonna have to learn how to do. A parent at my school cuts my hair now, but I haven't, I don't want to go over there because all the kids, and I don't go anywhere, but now's the time to experiment with color.
Now's the time to experiment. I love it. All right.
I mean, your hairdresser knows for sure.
Hey, Stacy I don't know if y'all remember this a long time ago. Where's Stacy? She got the Schwan man, the Schwan ice cream man. Y'all remember that? When he all of a sudden he's in the video. We were doing Google, what was it called? Hangout. I don't know if she's still here, but Stacy's Schwan ice cream man was in our video and talking to us.
Kim said, for those of you that want pink hair, it's Arctic Fox from Hot Topics.
Oh Lord.
We know where she went when the malls opened up. All right, guys. Well, like I said, we hope that you are staying safe. We hope you're staying sane. We hope that our little get together here every week gives you a chance to have some adult conversation with somebody other than your spouse. All right, guys. We are going to take it out old school now. And if you are in the house, make sure you are dancing along with us because we are going to take it old school.
We're doing it.
Here we go.
You're serious.
Maybe we will. Maybe
we're going to watch a car video.
I love her show.
We're going to watch a car video. Y'all just keep talking for a second.
I mean, like, let's be honest. I'll be on this and I'll watch YouTube with the girls. It's fine. I watch YouTube all day anyway. It's YouTube, it's TikTok, it's my silly game.
I was on the wrong one, so you're gonna have to give me a second.
No, that's all right. I want to.
You?
Y'all, are we so excited to see our old pals on Facebook? That's where y'all were.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I hear it.
Spread the word. Go share.
I'm feeling like a star. You can't stop my shine. This class is on time. Gonna open up their minds. I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher. I'm a real good teacher. Yeah, I'm feeling good today. Sporting backpacks and they're on their way. Yo. Kind of little things we like. Going to my class, everything's alright. Oh, no one as smart as you. No one as cool as you. No, whatever grade level or type of school, my class is going to rule. Yeah, now I got my class together. I got my
guys, do have a fabulous weekend. We will catch you on the flip side and keep being educational rock stars. We'll catch you next week, guys.
I can change the world for better. I can change the world for worse. So I choose to be a teacher and a blessing, not a curse. Singing this song, open up their eyes.